What's good, and welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope everybody's doing well. We're gonna go with our friend Bitcoin. Currently we're sitting at 39,153. We're up about 1.4 on the day. We're seeing a market cap of 742 billion. 24-hour volume 32.32 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, you can sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app and grab one of their incredible Visa cards, cashback and crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So let's hop into Bitcoin. We're going to start here on the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see here, we have this falling wedge pattern, but you can actually pull this all the way back to this previous high. We can pull down this trend line of support. So currently we have broken through with our bullish divergence here. We do have a hidden bearish divergence. As you can see here, we've created a lower high while creating a higher high on the indicator on the RSI, which is a hidden bearish divergence. So that is something to keep a close eye on. I am currently in a Bitcoin long, but I'm not super confident about the trade just due to the fact that we have a hidden bearish divergence and some other indications here. But if we do continue to push up, you can see we pushed above the 55 EMA. So if we hold it as support, then your levels of resistance to watch 39.5, 40.5K, you can see resistance in this area, support here. 41.3, and of course the top of the wedge, which is coming in all the way at about 42.6K. So we'll see if we can hold the EMAs here and push up. We do have this bullish divergence, but just keep in mind here, we have created a lower high while creating a higher high on the RSI, which is a hidden bearish divergence. So if we pop over to our next chart, which is here on the daily. So the reason I'm worried about this breakout here is due to the fact that we've come all the way back down to where we started, and there's quite a bit of resistance. We have the 20 EMA, this yellow line here, coming in about 39.6, and the 55 EMA is coming in about 40.9K. Of course, we are in technical targets to the downside, and the trend is your friend. So if we can break back above the EMAs, we could see a nice push, but there's definitely a strong likelihood that we could come up and we get rejected by the EMAs, get rejected by the golden ratio rollover, as I've been mentioning, and see that continuation to the downside as we are in a technical target to about 33.4K. But as you can see here on the daily, we have been creating a bullish divergence. We have lower lows and we have slightly higher lows here on the RSI, as well as money is flowing back in as price is dropping, which can be an early indication of a move back to the upside. Now, if we pop over to our next chart, we're here on the weekly time frame. We've lost the structural support of this bear flag. So that's another reason why I'm worried about a rejection here, is we could definitely come up and get rejected by about 40K, which is the ascending support of this bear flag. We're just about to have the bearish cross of the weekly EMAs, which is an early indication of further downside, just as it was in previous bear markets. We'll quickly scroll back. I talked about this in my last video. As you can see here, we had the bearish cross, boom, we capitulated down. So once again, we're having the bearish cross. So if we do see a nice push up to the EMAs, we could definitely get rejected, roll over, and then start to break down in a technical target from this bear flag all the way down at 27.1K. In my last Bitcoin video, I talked about the head and shoulders pattern, as well as a descending triangle, and those technical targets were in between 22 to 24,000. Now we are seeing a steady increase in the Bitcoin long positions, and currently the shorts are starting to get wrecked here, starting to hit their stop loss, get liquidated, which can push the price of Bitcoin up. But I do think it's important to keep a very close eye. Let me just remove my squiggly here. Very close eye on 40K, which is the ascending resistance of this massive bear flag pattern, and about 42.3K, which are the EMAs on the weekly time frame. As you can see in the previous bear markets, we'll also look at 2014, but I don't believe it shows here. We came up, we got rejected by the EMAs, and then we capitulated down. And if we scroll back, yeah, it doesn't show here on Kraken, but we had the bearish cross right around here. We broke below it, and you can see we started to hit resistance on the 20 EMA, and we saw continued sell-off. So right now, once again, we are underneath. Let me pop that chart back open here. Okay, I just got to scroll back. We are back underneath those weekly EMAs, just about to print the bearish cross. So I think the best case scenario is we push up, we get rejected by those EMAs, we see that continuation to the downside. The bullish scenario is we get back above the EMAs, we hold them as support, we break out of this ascending channel, bear flag, and push all the way up to previous all-time highs. I don't think it's the likely scenario, but always a possibility. But we do have quite a few bearish indicators. Please watch my last Bitcoin video as I went fully in depth why I do think we're coming back down to the summer lows and quite possibly 22 to 24,000. So in the short term for BTC, we have broken out of this falling wedge. We're back above the EMAs. We are seeing a bit of increase in volume here. We do have a bullish divergence. However, there is a hidden bearish divergence. As you can see here, we've created a lower high while creating a higher high on the RSI. Can be a sign that the bears are regaining strength to push the price back down. If we do lose that 37.4, 37.5K, that's when you're going to come down to this trend line of support. We're very close to it, coming in at about 37,000. As you can see here, if I scroll back, we had support from the summer low, support here, support here. You lose that level, you're going to come down to the 1.272 at 35K, the 1.618 at about 32.1K. But our indicators are quite low. As you can see, there's been a massive increase in long positions. So what may happen here is we see a beautiful push up. The bulls get really, really excited, and then we get rejected quite possibly by about 42,000, where the EMAs are on the weekly. Also lines up very close with the golden ratio. And then we see the continuation to the downside. But of course, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a young guy from Canada. So that is it for this one. Big shout out to the Discord, where we have over 1,900 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. We have the DCA trade strategy fully explained, the DCA charts for the dollar cost average trades on the channel. Very simple method of trading explained in the Discord. Buy and take profit zones so you can begin to dollar cost average into positions. And for my exact entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses, it's coming in at the $10 membership. And you can sign up through the Patreon if you want to trade with me. Sign up to Bybit, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.